The president also insisted nothing will be found on his transition team's emails now in Mueller's possession.
I can't imagine there's anything on them, frankly, because, as we said, there's no collusion. There's no collusion whatsoever.
But his lawyers are claiming those emails were obtained unlawfully. Mueller's team gained access to emails from Mr. Trump's transition team, provided not by the team itself, but by the General Services Administration. On Saturday, the president's transition team lawyer sent this 7-page letter to 2 congressional oversight committees describing that action as unlawful, adding that the special counsel's office has extensively used the materials in question. The special counsel spokesperson said, quote, "When we have obtained emails in the course of our ongoing criminal investigation, we have secured either the account owner's consent or appropriate criminal process." Republican Senator John Cornyn said while firing Mueller would be a mistake, he is concerned by 2 investigators that were dismissed from the probe for sharing anti-Trump texts.
I think these conflicts of interest jeopardize the integrity of his investigation.
Now, President Trump continues to maintain a positive relationship with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Sunday, the 2 spoke by phone, and Mr. Putin thanked Mr. Trump for information U.S. intelligence agencies provided, which helped Russia identify and capture suspected terrorists planning an attack in St. Petersburg. Errol Barnett, CBS News, the White House.
Senator John McCain is back in Arizona. He had been hospitalized in Maryland for a viral infection as he battles brain cancer. His doctors say he is responding positively to treatment. McCain's office says he looks forward to returning to Washington in January, but he will miss this week's vote on the tax bill. Republican lawmakers say Congress will pass their tax overhaul bill this week. The Senate could vote as early as tomorrow. It would be the biggest tax rewrite since 1986, and it would be the Republicans' first major legislative victory since President Trump was elected. Laura Podesta reports.
Republican senators are broadcasting their support for the tax cut bill, saying there is no downside to the plan to decrease personal taxes and shrink the corporate tax rate.
This is something that's designed to be able to energize the economy. It should work.
This is good news for the American people. We're going to get the economy roaring back again and improve pay and increase jobs.
But Democrats and independents like Vermont's Bernie Sanders point out the tax breaks that benefit the middle class will expire in 2025.
Because the benefits for the middle class are temporary, while the corporate benefits are permanent. At the end of the decade, over half of the middle class will be paying more in taxes.
Also speaking on Face the Nation Sunday, Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin said he has no doubt that the GOP-led Congress will pass the bill this week, and most Americans will see their take-home pay grow by early next year.
This is about hardworking families that are going to see, starting in February, tax cuts.
Though, as Republican Governor John Kasich of Ohio points out, that extra money will come at a cost.
I do believe that cutting taxes makes sense. My concern about this bill is the debt. And they did not do enough to be able to cover. This bill is not going to pay for itself. Everybody knows that.
At last count, the national debt was over $20 trillion. Laura Podesta, CBS News, New York.
A military investigation determined that Army Sergeant LaDavid Johnson fought to the end before he was killed by militants in Niger. Johnson and his Special Forces unit were ambushed by members of an ISIS offshoot on October 4th. His body was recovered 2 days later. A military investigation concluded that he wasn't captured alive or killed at close range. He was hit as many as 18 times by rifle and machine gun fire as he took cover in the bush. In California, the massive Thomas Fire burning northwest of Los Angeles is 45% contained. Even though winds diminished somewhat, it is still a very dangerous fire. The fire is now one of the largest in state history, and new evacuations were ordered in Santa Barbara.
The fire did what was predicted. We had these very strong sundowner winds that just pushed down the canyon right into the homes. We had over 400 fire engines up and around the area, plus 100 more that we brought in, and we saved a lot of homes up there.
The fire has burned at least 750 homes and some 420 square miles. 18,000 homes remain threatened. Coming up on the morning news now, NFL shocker. The owner of the Panthers puts the team up for sale after misconduct allegations. And later, Prince Harry talks with number 44. This is the CBS Morning News.